A world-renowned Israeli artist erected a 17-foot three-piece sculpture today in Whippany at the Metro West Jewish Community Campus. Itzik Asher's sculpture depicts a man, woman, and child in a journey to the Holy Land. It is dedicated to Ethiopian and Russian Jews who were rescued during the Operation Exodus.
I'm really happy to deliver this piece here, because it's mean a lot to me as a person, and it mean a lot to the community here, since it's a reflection of what this community is all about. There is no hard part when you deal with art. Time is a major factor, and it is a sacrifice for not only, it's a sacrifice of the people who are close to me, like my family. You're talking about hours and hours, days and nights of being with the sculpture. You see, and you have to realize my wife let me deal with other woman, she's over there for 3 years, being alone with her, touching her, shape her, and this is what it's all about. To be serious, the time that you put in it, what is art is a personal thing, and you put yourself in it. What you're bringing into the art, it's everything you absorb from.
A second casting of the piece will be made after a dedication ceremony this weekend. The replica will travel with some of Asher's other works on a tour throughout the U.S., eventually ending up in Oklahoma City.
An Israeli artist previewed his latest work on Long Island today. News 55's Jill Conway has more about a 17-foot bronze sculpture.
To Israeli sculptor Itzik Asher, this 17-foot sculpture entitled Journey to the New is a mirror image on his view of the world.
A reflection of my entire life in all the subjects, and it's a reflection of a wish of the way I want to see the world.
The three-figure bronze sculpture depicts a man, a woman holding a child, and a young girl. This is a family, and Asher says each figure is taking a step, symbolizing life as a journey, a continual growing process.
You bring into the art everything you observe from your past, your childhood.
A sculpture like this takes about 2 years to complete. A team of workers weld, mix, and hammer. The process is virtually done by hand. Machines are brought in for the use of the hot bronze.
The part of you being in gallery and show and having parties is maybe 1% of artist's life. The real life is here, the working, the sweating, and the dust, and the noise.
Itzik Asher hopes to convey this message about life.
Keep what we have. It's very rare, and as simple as better.
The sculpture will be completed within a month. It will then be transported to New Jersey, where it will be a monument in front of the Jewish Federation building. In Farmingdale, Jill Conway, News 55.
Coming up, he's a controversial sculptor whose work was censored in Boca. Now he and his sculptures are uncovered for all to see on Sobe. 7:30 goes one-on-one with Itzik Asher. It is tonight's cover story. Well, for the past 25 years, Itzik Asher has displayed his fine works of art all over the world. He got rave reviews, and then he got to Boca. But he may be getting a slightly warmer reception in South Beach. Itzik Asher, from controversy to cover story. Long legs, smooth backs, No, it is not a new gratuitous movie, but it is causing just as many people to get hot. Under the collar, that is. It all started in Boca Raton when world-renowned artist Itzik Asher was asked to exhibit his work last month.
One of the city council made a comment that this is not for Boca, the nude is not, it's a controversy and it's not, doesn't suit Boca.
And what Boca didn't like was the years of anatomy study that Asher did. Seems many there thought his sculptures, entitled The Lover's Journey, were too well equipped, shall we say. And we're not talking about supplies.
My art, it's about nature. My art, it's about going back to once upon a time story.
And this story takes shape when Asher added a fig leaf to his male statue. However, thanks to the press and the people's objections, the fig leaf was eventually sent flying.
I was very happy and I was very pleased to see and to hear this response of the people. You know, the people have spoken. The people decided and the people said that the governor, the people we chose to lead our life won't choose what I can see and what I cannot see.
And all of Boca saw the lovers in all their glory. And now it's our turn.
We are, for the next month, proclaiming and honoring Itzhak Asher by declaring this stretch where the exhibit resides as Itzik Asher Park.
Yesterday, people gathered at Loomis Park in South Beach to see the works of Itzik Asher, where his collection of statues will be on display all month, including the now infamous lovers. So why, after all this attention, has Itzik chosen Miami for his exhibition?
Miami Beach is the Riviera of America.
And South Beach?
I will say, in a way, it's a symbol of freedom. The way people dress, the way people walk, you can see all kinds of people. I will say, in a Miami Beach, which is a dream place for me to show my art.
Ah, we're lucky to have him, with or without the fig leaf. Very nice. Unfortunately, Itzik Asher's sculptures will be leaving at the end of the month for a cross-country tour. Still no word on where his $1 million, 5,000-pound statues will permanently call home.
With Itzik Asher, his art is a gift. It's a gift that we are fortunate in the next several weeks to have in our city and to show to all who appear here. It is truly a gift to the world. And my small role in helping provide a site and to encourage those who live within this area to visit this is something that I am grateful for. And the city of Miami Beach would like to issue a proclamation to this great artist. I never knew Itzik Asher before, and when Ruhama came to my office and showed me his work, I was doubly impressed because I am a fan of that great sculptor Giacometti, that Italian sculptor, and I loved his work and still do. It's very elongated, and somehow or other I have a great attraction to it. And then when I saw Asher's work, it's not only elongated, but it has a lot of style and rhythm to it. In addition to it, I knew that we had a wonderful meeting, a meeting of the eye and a meeting of the soul. So I was particularly impressed with this opportunity to have this exhibit here. Itzik, where are you? Oh, here he is. I haven't heard that name mentioned 40 or 50 years, going back to my old days in Brooklyn, when Itzik was a common name that many of my contemporaries held. But in Israel, that name has lingered on, and although it no longer is very much apparent in this country, Itzik comes off my tongue very easily. So I'm glad that you're an Itzik. This is a proclamation, and I'm not going to read it, but it describes Itzik Asher, the renowned artist sculptor. And in celebration of your presence here, Itzik, if I may refer to you as Itzik rather than Asher because I love that name. We are, for the next month, proclaiming and honoring Itzik Asher by declaring this stretch where the exhibit resides as Itzik Asher Park, and we are honored to be able to rename this area for 1 month. And today is Itzik Asher Day in Miami Beach, and it's a great honor to present this proclamation to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the exhibit is now officially open for the next 6 weeks. Thank you very much for coming.